January of 2017 is when it was first revealed that Square Enix is going to be making a new Avengers project. And ever since then, there has been speculation, news coverage, and trailers related to the game itself. And there's been a delay in a few other things as well. But after all of that, we received the beta. And the real question is, does the game live up to the hype? Well, if I'm being honest, I don't know. In fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know. So it's kind of crazy to me to see how many people are quick to judge the game as a whole. And granted, some people make valid criticisms and concerns, but some people just complain based off no information at all, or they're just mad for some reason. I wonder why. But putting all that aside, for this video I'm just going to go over how well it did with the beta, what I liked, disliked, and some things I'd like to see them add on. To start, I'll begin with the story. You are put into a day at the start, and I'll say it's a really solid introduction to the game as a whole, allowing for you to try all the main characters, including the totally not dead character. You get to learn their initial abilities, attacks, combos, and ultimate moves, I guess. It's a good way to set up the stage for the story. As it's a beta, they don't show you the whole story. You kind of skip to another section as Hulk 5 years later, according to the game. And for the rest of the story missions in the beta, you play as Hulk or Ms. Marvel. And it was pretty good, I'd say, that as I was really digging the interactions they were having with one another in the story, it made me more interested in the story as a whole, I guess. So if anything, they did that well. But what we got doesn't do the best in showing how deep combat is. Granted, if you're like me and watch the war tables and stuff, you knew how the combat is and how the beta will play out, etc. But I'm seeing a lot of the beta's criticisms being that it's really button mashy, and that's honestly a huge disservice for how deep it really is. Of course, with Hulk, it's probably very easy to be button mashy, I guess, but if you're playing on a low difficulty, one of the things about Destiny is that it really could have benefited from being able to select your difficulty here. You can play where the enemies are higher or lower than you. With the higher difficulty, you'll have to switch up attacks to get through their shields or something like that. But even if you play button mashy, you're more than likely to get downed. I was playing with someone who was playing like that as Hulk, and he almost cost his game like a few times because he kept getting downed. But once you level up Hulk and learn his abilities, for example, his attack types and everything, you can be really creative. You can do a combo attack or attack that puts someone in the air, grab that person from the air, slam them on the ground a few times, or use that person as a weapon, or even grab another person and smash those two together. It's only from like one skill tree. The final game will have 3 different types of skill trees. And if they're anything like how it is shown in the beta, I'm very curious how that will all come together in the final game. The devs have been teasing a lot of ways you can kind of combine different abilities together to help out the team when the game comes out. Like Thor can overcharge Iron Man with his lightning, allowing for you to go ham with the lasers and stuff. Things like that are what really excites me about this game. Depending on how you build your character, you can really do some cool stuff. I think that'll make for some satisfying gameplay moments with friends, and I'm looking forward to that. As of right now, everyone feels different, has a strength in areas in some ways or another. Black Widow is really great at getting to an enemy quickly with her grapple gun. Hulk is really good at holding an objective and crowd control. The same can be said for Miss M, but she also has a heal ability that can help allies around her. Iron Man just has some crazy mix-ups with how quickly he can switch from repulsors to rockets to lasers with a push of a button. And yeah, the Hulkbuster is also really fun and can help with objectives and so on. All the characters are really unique in terms of abilities and in combos, and it really makes it fun if you wanted to switch up to a new character and if you're playing as one for a really long time. I'm looking forward to how it will all come together in the final game. For addressing some concerns I've been seeing, I'll just say it straight up. The graphics, they're fine. I was playing this game on the Xbox One S and it looked pretty good. They are aware of the bugs and apparently hard at work at ironing them out, according to the developer of the game. I shouldn't have to say this, but I don't need every game to have the cleanest textures or a crazy lens flare or some sorts. It needs to be fun. If anything, I can compare this game's graphics to Jedi Fallen Order to an extent. Just a bit. That's probably the closest it'll get in that regard. But also, people keep saying the graphics are like a mobile game, and okay. I think people sometimes confuse bad graphics with character models, and weird ones, in fact. The game looks good, despite, the character models. I think they look pretty good. I actually grown to like some of the character designs, and There's also different skins as well, so you don't even have to worry about that for the most part, I would say. Also, I'm seeing people putting the beta off and thinking it doesn't have much to offer, but I'm pretty sure those people didn't realize you can actually play like 20 missions within the beta alone. And also, people probably aren't aware of how deep the combat system is as a whole. In summary, as a whole, Marvel's Avengers, at least the beta, is really working for me so far. All the characters are unique, allowing for new gameplay experiences for each mission. The story is really intriguing, and I'm looking forward to see how it'll all play out when the game launches. There are some issues like servers not letting me join people or games not finishing and some other stuff, but that needs some ironing out, and I'm sure they'll patch it before launch, and if worst case scenario, less than a month after launch. I'm looking forward to seeing how the game will grow in its roster of heroes and how the new game modes will be added and more. It's everything I expected it to be, a little tight game with its Marvel makeover. It makes for a pretty fun game. With all that said, the open beta comes out this upcoming weekend. I hope this information will help better your experience for it. If this video was helpful or enjoyable to you in some way or another, please consider leaving a like. It keeps me motivated, it helps out the video out to put it out there for people to watch. If you want to see some more Marvel Avengers and a review of it from me when it comes out, please subscribe. I'll also be streaming this game on Twitch for the open beta, and I plan on streaming other games as well to spice things up a bit, like Apex and stuff like that. Oh, and one more thing. I and a few other people have started a podcast. The first episode's already out, and thank you for all who supported that, by the way. And if you're interested, and soon we'll be talking more about the Avengers game as well. So if you would like to hear me and have a discussion with other people about the game, then go ahead and subscribe. All the things I mentioned will be in the description and pinned comment below. And with that being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.